Welcome back to the malevolent and angry forest, and we've got Patchy the Austrian tree man glowing a beautiful shade of purple here. It's looking quite good, and we've got Drycha over in the Griffin Wood, who we are retooling and re-equipping. We're no doubt going to be pretty far in the hole because we're spending well ahead of our capability to support here. Now, the vampires came over and took Mordheim off me, which won't really lose me any income, but I do need to continue to fight battles in order to win some loot. I'm still recruiting with Drycha. I can't move with her at the moment. I could push against and finish Throt the Unclean, which we should probably do, but we did gain 10% hit points from defeating Throt, so that's pretty great. There's a plague over there right now too, unfortunately. Let's finish off Throt to try and earn some cash here. We've still got some units that are damaged, but unless he's hiding another army here, which very well could be because it's Skaven. They are not, but it says they've got a good chance of winning, which is hilarious and not true. So let's go show them how they're not going to win. But yeah, welcome back to another WARGROVES of WOE campaign with Drycha. Appreciate all the comments you are leaving. I'm gonna cover some more of those here. Like Trantor here is the first one. Says snow is falling, air is slaying, all in the name of the forest. Now that's Holiday Spirit. By the way, name of branch wraith Holiday Spirit. Now I do need to do that. I'll try and remember that as soon as I get back out of this battle. Francesco says raid, sack, loot, destroy. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how you do it. That's how you make the money. Raid, sack, loot, destroy. It's simple. Simple stuff. Lord Crowstaff says Air gives his character a sword that is usually wielded by the greater demon of Slaanesh. Also, Air, why is there so much chaos corruption? Hey, you know, it's just a sword. How much corruption can a sword spread, right? I guess a lot, apparently. Let's get right up in the face of the Skaven here. I lost some more of my Dryads in the last battle, so I may leave the Dryads out of this. I don't even think we'll need them, to be honest. I think we'll be able to cut a pretty clean swath through the Skaven with all of our other units. I'll keep the Dryads ready, just in case, maybe. Alright. Let's get these Zotes, the honey bunches of Zotes. We do have our Wardens of Sithral. Let's throw them in here. Definitely a good unit. Alright, there we go. Guess I should put my Lord up here. Patchy wants to be involved in this too. Alright. Set for action. Alright, let's get straight up into these Skaven. Engage them. We don't want to give them a chance to regroup. Warplock Jezzails, Wolf Rats. I'd like to get those Warplock Jezzails with my Hawks. Alright, just attack. We got any good? Put a pendulum right down the middle of all this. Alright. Looks like Throt summoned up some rat ogres. I think that'll pose too much of a problem. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring my Dryads out now, because they won't get involved in the main fight. Swing them this way, because they're a relatively quick unit. Just go look for easy targets to pick off. Alright, let's get in here with these Zotes. Buff up some of these units. Alright, where's the Hawks at? Way over here. I'd love to pick off some of these skirmishers. Gutter runners can be a pain in the butt to take out. Malevolent Treekin are taking a bit of a beating. Okay, yeah, here we go. Let's get these Jezzails quick. Get that summon. Yeah, those Night Runners are a pain in the butt to catch. What are we losing over here? Yeah, we're getting hit pretty hard by some warp fire throwers. Gonna hold them still. Alright, we shoot through the Jezzails. I'm gonna ignore these summon units over here and just head this way. See, this is what bugs me about Night Runners, is they get caught by units, in my opinion, that are insanely superior from a melee standpoint, but for whatever reason, they just, like, especially in the hands of the AI, they just always overperform in melee, and I cannot figure it out. It's gotta be maybe some kind of special traits or something that they have. Okay, let's see, where was that ability? Net all these things trying to run away from us here. Skaven skirmishers are always ludicrously too fast. Alright, the Hawks shredded these guys. Let's see if we can finish off the Doom Flayers. 2 seconds. The Skaven aren't running because we haven't killed Throt. I don't know I have a lot of great stuff to kill Throt with at the moment. Here and help Patchy. Where's our... Let's get Patchy. Whew, our Malevolent Tree Man's getting absolutely owned. I don't know if that was Throt that's getting him. Let's get out of there. Kill that Tree Man. Yeah, Throt's after him. Let's see if we can gang up on Throt. He's gonna be pretty tough. Alright, we are managing to put a beating on Throt. This fight is a bit more of a mess than I would appreciate from the Skaven. But with Throt's hit points dropping to critical levels, that's gonna finish the rest of the army here. Whew. Another fairly tough fight. Throt is a character that's not easily dealt with there. Let's see, Cartal says Branch Wraith, you say? Don't you mean Branch Manager? All right, well, it looks like we got two names. We got Holiday Spirit and Branch Manager. And then Nick Lindbergh says, okay, Honey Bunches of Zotes is pretty good. Thanks, comment section. And to Mr. Hare, I love the vids. Senshi says the woods are alive with screaming, dying Skaven, a song that will last for 1,000 trees. Yes, I mean, it is a beautiful song. The sounds of Skaven being tortured and then turned into fertilizer. It's really quite beautiful. Really quite beautiful. Let's see. Let's get these names here. So we have Branch Manager. And we've got Holiday Spirit. Perfect. Great. I love the names. Fits well. And we are making some money to offset our operational expenses, so to speak. I guess that's where Branch Manager comes in handy. Able to help us understand the finances here. Oh man, I love these names. I really do. You all are great. This wouldn't be near as much fun. Let's see. Let's do Piercing Thorn and Ancient Bark, because a lot of our units dependent on that stuff. We do have the Wisdom of the Yew, and I'm still using this Birch, which really makes me more potent against armor on the attack, but less survivable, and some part of me thinks we need to be switching back. I mean, based on the fact that we're just fighting Skaven nonstop. Just bonus versus infantry and melee defense probably makes more sense, and then we don't lose any of our physical resistance. That's what I was looking for. There we go. I don't know though. I kind of want the AP on the trees. Yeah, I kind of want the AP on the trees. So I'm going to keep that. Expert charge defense, Willow. Okay, yeah, the bonus versus infantry and melee defense is probably appropriate. Alright, so this will cost quite a bit, but we'll convert all of our aspects back over. So we're just not fighting a lot of armor right now, and so it feels like hurting ourselves needlessly with the extra physical resistance loss there that we don't want to be taking. And I think we'll do the same thing over here because these units are most likely going to be fighting against Skaven as well. I hate that we lose that armor-piercing weapon damage. But it should still be okay. We'll still do some AP. Okay. Lose speed, gain armor and missile resistance. Lose armor piercing, gain the base. And I actually really like the extra armor piercing on the trees because then they become character killers. At least that's what it felt like to me in those battles. Alright, branch manager levels up. Let's get an extra one into Penumbral Pendulum. Actually 2 in there because Pendulum is really important and dropping the magic cost of it is, in my opinion, money well spent. Here's Flock of Doom. Let's upgrade that. And we name the units. And let's go ahead and end another turn. Let's see, where was I at here? Shushan Alone says, the Wargrove's bark was stronger than the Ratling's bite. That is correct. The bark was stronger than the bite in this case. Thanks for the comment. Senshi says, we cried tears of maple syrup for all the dryads and treekin. Now pass the pancakes. I think we all need some pancakes right now. I think it would be appropriate. Alright, the vampires really need a butt kicking. I've had about all of these guys I can take. As soon as I get the Skaven to shut up for a few turns. I feel like exterminating everybody because I'm the angry forest faction, you know? It's the way it is. Bazooka Bob says, Patchy the tree man is born and he will defend the forest with lame jokes and salt. He says, doesn't salt kill trees? Nah, my trees thrive on salt. That's why they're all weird colored and purple like that, you know? They've adapted. They've grown accustomed to the high salt content of the forest. So they are feeling plenty at home here, plenty at home. And speaking of money, we're gonna have to gain a lot.
You know nothing.
I disobey.
No.
That will stop.
I'm pretty sure their armies are complete trash. I'm just a little bit worried about my treekin being low on hit points, but I could just use my Zotes to heal them. I mean, we need to be earning money every turn, and the best way to earn money is by beating people down in combat. I'm just a little worried about how these vampire fights turn out sometimes, but with magic now to bust up the blobs, kind of think we'll be okay. I mean, it thinks we're going to do great. I would tend to agree here. Everything they have is absolute trash. Speed 18% and that unit becomes Strider. That'd go really good on my Zotes, I think. Alright, let's attach that. Battle of Essen, is it? Alright, let's see. Nikki Bauer says Patch the Thorny. Yes, he is going to be Thorny. That could be a good one. We call him Patchy the Tree Man, and we'll put he is a Thorny Tree Man. We'll add that one in. Barbarians RS says, couldn't you name one of the Dryads Mama's Pine Paddlers in honor of the numerous butt whippings Mama Treekin delivered? Oh, yes. Yes, we can and will. Can and will. Let's see. Almost everything we have can Vanguard deploy except for the Zotes. And I intend to do so. I want to get in the vampire's face early and often. Got the Wardens of Cithral right in the middle of this army. I'm pretty sure they armor sunder. Excellent. Speaking of, let's back these units up. And let's actually do this. Mix in the Treemen, Patchy, Branch Wraiths, do something like this, and we'll put the big, heavily armored units in front of our infantry, as I typically do. That should break the charge into our more lightly armored elf infantry and dryads. Alright, group all these. Hawks, Spideys, Zoats, start battle, Zoats. Hop on up here, and let's go start pounding some zombies. This fight is going to be a ton of kills. Just pure weight of numbers here is going to be a little bit insane. Alright, if Manfred lands, should be able to crump him pretty good. Slow down there, zombies. No need to be running away. Boy, they really don't want to fight me right now. I don't care what they want, though. They will fight me right now. If the rest of them want to run away and regroup, that's fine. I'll beat the living crap out of what they leave here. Get him, Patchy. Shred him good. Let's leave our Spideys up here. I wonder, so there's some Fellbats. Our Hawks, that's Manfred. I don't know if we can handle like full-on Manfred with just the Hawks, because Manfred's pretty potent. He's got a lot of attack weapon damage going on there. Let Patchy rack up some freebies here with his Treekin. When the Treekin now have a bonus versus infantry, so they ought to really crump this vampire infantry. Okay, let's go ahead and sick the Hawks on Manfred. Actually, let's de-sick the Hawks on Manfred, because he came down right in the middle of a fight there. Alright. Let's get into these skeleton warriors. A little bit of infantry support. I wouldn't mind catching Manfred in the air, I think. I don't know, though. He'll probably still beat me. We got the Dire Pack over here. That's a bit of a problem. My Zoats, at least one of them could be useful over here. On the way over, let's use this regrowth. Build up that tree man a little. Manfred is taking a bit of a beating there. That doesn't surprise me. There's good armor piercing value. Oh boy, we're going to get wrecked here. It's not a fight I want right now. Well, I don't know. That charge went pretty great for spiders. Let's help the spiders out a little. Try and give them some armor. Come support with the Zoats. Okay, we got the cavalry engaged over here. It's a Black Knight unit. Let's try and swing around. Oh yeah, Manfred's getting wrecked by the Hawks. Perfect. That went way better than I thought it would. Let's get a pendulum swung up here. There's just a beautiful blob of units right through here. Alright. Just shredded the vampires right there. And so let's come pin this cavalry. What do we got over here? Vampire of Shadows, Helm Gorse. Let's swamp Gorse with Hawks. And wow, my spiders actually did pretty admirably out here, and I forgot about them even. Right here. Put some extra armor on my Zoats, because the Black Knights won't do great against the armor. Let's put another pendulum right through here. Let you all see that one up close. It's going to be pretty brutal. Alright, yeah, the vampire's going to be reeling after that because they've lost so many units. crunch them. Dire Pack's going down to the spiders over there. Should see a general disintegration beginning here shortly. Yeah, that U-berry infusion is obscenely helpful. Very, very helpful. There we go. That is the end of the vampire threat for the moment. Say for the moment, because we all know how quickly vampires get right back into the game. Alright, let's see, in the battle here. And let's see, John Peterson says, I don't know if anybody else mentioned it, but your unique building in Griffinwood gives you Wildwood Rangers. Yeah, the Wildwood Rangers are pretty awesome. We definitely want to make use of them potentially. I think I have some in Drycha's army. If I don't, I probably should. Wildwood Rangers combine extremely well with Treekin, in my opinion, because Treekin are the damage sponge, and the Wildwood Rangers are the damage output. And of course the Treekin can put out quite a bit of damage against the right target, but generally speaking, the Wildwood Rangers, I mean, look right here, the Wardens of Cithral. Of course our Dryads are in a great position against what we were fighting here. That should have given us a fair bit of loot. We won't get much from occupying the Heathland, but we can heal off of it at least. Use the opportunity to heal and just keep fighting, because that's what we really want. We need to keep fighting constantly. Since we're running in the negative, we need to be trashing and bashing people on a very frequent basis. I mean, Griffinwood is pretty well defended. That is a heck of a lot of Wildwood Rangers. I wish there were a few more archers here. But that's a lot of Treekin, Treeman, Branch Wraith the Beast. I mean, it is fairly well defended. I don't know how much more well defended you can get from a garrison of Wood Elves at this point. Let's do Ancient Bark. So again, we'll be maxing out these units as best we can. Let's see, let's repair this. We're not going to be recruiting cavalry, so let's just put the better garrison in. And we're going to have a Vampiric Rebellion here, I think, or some type, no, Skaven Rebellion. One way or the other. Can you name one of the wolves? No bark and all bite. I don't have any wolves left, but I could name the spiders that because they're not a wolf and they do bite. Might still work. I think there's another unit name I was supposed to use too, so I'll go take a look at that. I mean, it would probably be a good idea for me to have some non-aggression pacts with people. It just feels weird as Drycha agreeing to non-aggression, because she hates everybody. But then again, like, how can I ever expand being at war with everybody? I can't. So we'll falsify our intentions. Oh crap, the Skaven plague spread over. That is not good, folks. Not what we want to be going on right now. Looks like the Norskins ran off. Crap. Our army does not have the plague yet, but probably will soon. We know this settlement's not worth much, so honestly I think I'm just going to push into Vampire lands and keep fighting the vampires in order to earn some cash. Yeah, look, a couple Strigoi lords here. We don't take Vampiric Attrition. Since we're not going to get any money here, I'm just going to occupy this and take the healing. I don't intend to keep these settlements long term, but it'd be a forward operating base against the vampires. So we're not getting any money this turn, unfortunately, because we need it. Speaking of money, we need to go earn some. So Drycha, finish recruiting or not, your new army is going to have to get out and go see the world. And we can probably start by, let's see, scaring back the Skaven over here. Yeah, we'll kind of scare back the Skaven. The Skaven probably occupy Fort Yakova as well. I'm thinking they probably do. I mean, it's a guess. All right, see, Holiday Spirit can finish up Flock of Doom. And got a building to set up here. And let's see, Pendulum. Let's go with Enfeebling Foe, because it's pretty darn helpful. In that turn. Alright, Tohawk says Patchy is really thorny. I see what you're trying to do there. The small T and the big H trying to throw me off. But hey, it's alright. I like it. Good comment. Okay, Mama's Pine Paddlers. And then No Bark and All Bite. Alright, so we gotta go do those names. It says using Glamored Elven Archers is a good idea as Drycha's faction makes the most of their cannon fodder that way. Yep, agreed. And definitely want to use them. So I feel like it also kind of has like a feel to the story there, you know, since Drycha just, she does that. Oh, great. We're freaking Skaven plagued. Thanks a lot, you Skaven scum. Ugh, so annoying. We can't get to Heinrich von Idiot there, but I can get to the Skavens who are raiding me. We're losing money at a rapid clip now. We've got an Undercity at the Griffinwood. We have many things to resolve, and we're going to be Skaven plagued for several turns, so we'll definitely take this unit replenishment. It's not much in terms of what we earn, but we'll take it. Skaven plague is going to be a mess. Wow, they put a huge Undercity. Going to cost me a bunch of money to rip that all out, too. Skaven scum. I need money. And their settlements aren't yielding much. Oh, yeah, no, actually, this is good right here. This is good stuff. Alright, good. That'll pay for a turn of operation. And hurt the vampires. Perfect. Perfect. That works. That's the kind of stuff we need to be doing. It's just kind of constantly on the move and hurting things. And then if I can get a moment free, we'll go conquer another forest in order to help with the upkeep of the one we have. Let's see. Evasion. Or hang on. Deception. That's weird. The music just like suddenly ceased and switched. I thought my game was going to crash. Let's do this. Okay. Alright. Drycha. Training probably wouldn't hurt because we have a bunch of new units. Stinking Skaven plague. You know, when I'm playing the Skaven, they're kind of fun. When I'm not playing as a Skaven, I freaking hate them. And I don't even get all that much pleasure from killing them. Like, it is fun, but it's like, even killing them is annoying because they'll have the Night Runners running away from you the whole time and summons coming up everywhere. Like, oh. Maybe that's why I get less excited for Skaven campaign, because they just grate on my nerves so hard when it comes to just, like, having to fight them in the campaigns. Maybe that's it. Could be. Alright, let's see. I got Patchy the Tree Man. I'm going to go for Templehof and raise it. There is no Vampire Force there, so it probably shouldn't be too hard to do. Yeah. Surely there's got to be some cash. Not bad. We'll take it. Again, it's a turn of operations. Fort Oberstyre is going to get it to you. Just tear all this crap down. We don't take Vampiric Attrition anymore. So, it's totally fine. Alright, we finished Ancient Bark. I'm going to work on Rally, and I'm going to do these top tier ones, because all these units, for the most part, have gold chevrons, and I want to take advantage of what that skill tree has to offer. I'm going to move up here to Essen to keep some pressure on the vampires. The Skaven Plague is just wreaking havoc on us at the moment. 3 more turns, we got to put up with it. Our army is going to be, like, eaten to the ground. It's pretty irritating. And we had to spend 3,000 something gold to get rid of a disgusting Skaven infestation under a city. Not even a city. I mean, how do you make an under... Well, I guess you can just go dig under the roots of the giant tree. Alright, there we go. And another turn here. Oh, I got to name the units. Crap. Yeah, I'll take care of the named units. I'm sorry. Let's see. Negrum says, you already had Wildwood Rangers by that unique building. Yeah. So okay, I see what you are saying. I wasted one trying to get, yes, that I get. Okay, now I get. I didn't understand the comment earlier. I got it. Quaker Zotes. Ooh, so we have Honey Bunches of Zotes and Quaker Zotes. All right, we have 3 unit names I got to put on here. So I'm going to make sure to do that. All right, so this one was, I thought we had Honey Bunches of, we had a Honey Bunches of Zotes, did we not? Well, freaking crap. I can't believe that fit. All right, we got Quaker's Oats. All right, you all, if you come up with any more fun, like right here, we could do Zote Meal Cookies. All right, if you all have another Zote name, the Enigmas of Gyrand need it, because that name doesn't involve enough oat puns at the moment. Let's go wreck Fort Oberstyre. Oh yeah, get some cash. Getting some much needed cash. Alright, I think that, alright, that'll help a lot. Let's see. Piercing Thorn. Does Drycha still need Piercing Thorn? Not really, because we're not using Dryads anymore. Or Eternal Guards, so I may... Let's see. Wildwood Rangers, though, we could use that. I think Ancient Bark and Wildwood Rangers would still be good. Occam's Mindrazor. We got Arcane Conduit. Occam's Mindrazor I don't really need too much right now. Let's go with Swinging Boughs and Ancient Bark. That should, I think that'll buff up these units nicely. Because it covers, yeah, War Dancers, Blade Singers, and Wildwood Rangers. That'll work. That'll do. Training. Any more Vampire Settlements down? I mean, we got Swartzhofen. Looks like, yeah, the Empire confederated with Hawkland, so they're now in control down here. I'm sure we'll be fighting them eventually, but that leaves, I think that'll leave Manfred's faction pretty much wrecked and ruined, which makes me happy to know, because that'll be one less faction I gotta worry about fighting then at that point. Let's see, Dryads, War Dancers, Swift and Sturdy. Probably this right here, yeah. So missile resistance for Treemen, Treekin, Dragons, melee attack, melee defense, good stuff. So that'll apply to all 4 of these malevolent tree units here. So that missile resistance and stuff will be very, very handy, making them extremely survivable. Oh, I forgot to do the other names. Hang on, what was the other one? I gotta go back. All Bark, No Bite. And Mama's Pine Paddlers. Okay, I gotta get those names in real quick too on the end of this one. Jacob Tan says, thanks for another episode. You're welcome, Jacob. Appreciate you leaving a comment. Says, all the Screamers in the Griffinwood are barking up the wrong tree. That is some quality material right there. Is it TCDEG? Yeah, okay. That is some quality comments right there. More of this. Love it. Davim says, I can only imagine the level of salt in the commentary for the battle if you didn't include in this video. Oh yeah, I was salty. It was annoying. Another reason not to include it. Bad for the trees. True dat. These idiot Norskins rolling around down here. Whatever. It's just a Skaven plague city. I don't know what you're doing for yourself there. I'll get you all in good time. All in good time. Alright. Is this... How come my map get turned? Okay, no, there it is. Felt like my map was all out of whack. Let's see. So we don't have Skaven Plague here. We got one more turn of Skaven Plague to deal with. Thank goodness we'll be done with that. Oh, the Empire just decides they're moving in at Mordheim. How precious. So no doubt we'll be fighting them soon. Hopefully they catch some Skaven plague while they're at it. Are the vampires going to come down here and probably try and settle Fort Oberstyre? Let's lay an ambush. See what we run into down there. I'd love to finish the vampires off. I need to be making some money this turn. But I need to get this whole area shut up down here, right? Oh, I keep forgetting to name the units. Man, Mama's Pine Paddlers and All Bark No Bite. I'm going to do it. I will remember it one of these times. Let's see. Annoying you can't get top tier elves. I know. I really wanted Blade Singers. That's irritating. Like, I feel like if you can glamour all the others, why not some Blade Singers? Doesn't make any sense. Name a tree, Treebeard. I can do that if I can remember to name everything else here, too. In fact, I'm going to focus right here. I'm going to focus right here. When the turn ends, going to rename units. Going to straight to renaming of units. No distractions. I said no distractions. Dark Souls upkeep for Elf. Well, this sucks. Either way, I don't want either one of these. Ugh. Alright, well, there's other vampires that just moved in here. Can I have less vampires in my life, please? You know, that'd be great. I'm done messing with vampires. Let's start heading back home. Alright.
A step too far.
Can we take these guys? We are so beat up. I don't really think we can. I'm going to leave them be for a moment. Losing money. Yeah, we got to get back into the fight soon. We're going to have to go raise some more settlements. Make our cash back that way. Cragmere. We need to get one of our armies and head to another forest settlement. In fact, I might be tempted to take Patchy. And I wonder if I can just deep root over here to the Forest of Gloom. Take control of it. Get some money. And see what Drycha can do to earn some cash on the... I just forgot the names, didn't I? Holy crap. Folks, I had a game crash on the turn end. I don't really know why. It's kind of frustrating, honestly. I'm going to move back into the Griffinwood with Drycha. Just too much going on out here, and my army's too beat up to be standing in the face of such potential threats anyway. So I don't know exactly where things left off, but I know that I keep forgetting to rename some units for you all. And so we need to get over here and rename. We'll get this unit here. This is Mama's Pine Paddlers. And then we had the Spider unit, which is going to be All Bark, No Bite. Or sorry, All Bite, No Bark. Had it backwards. There we go. All Bite, No Bark. So hopefully you all got some good names in there. Let's see. Dear Sanji says, one wise tree man says to Drycha, stop this onslaught. Chaos corrupts all who wield it. You need to classical music playing in the background. Drycha, kill all the humans. Kill them all. I love it. Yeah, Drycha is just a force of anger. An anger-ridden force. I love it. Also, Dear Sanji says, new video from Air, happy me. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Darth Revan, hey, can you please be in, like, Star Wars? Of course, then again, Disney might ruin you, but, you know, love to have Darth Revan in Star Wars. Says, are those cool traits for Branch Wraith available to all Branch Wraiths, or are they available only to Drycha? I think they're probably unique to Drycha's. Oh, wow. Are we lucky we moved? Look, Throt is right back with a whole army of Skaven slaves supported by his Norskin friends. He made friends with the Frostmen. How dare you, Throt? How dare you? It's alright, I got some support not far away from Essen. I'm pretty sure that the Norskins and others will wish to flee. What is your problem, Norskin? Get the heck out of here. I don't feel like playing these battles because they're just going to be irritating. I'm just going through and wasting my time and money. I got an idea. I'm gonna move over here and enter an ambush stance and see if we can catch these Norskins bouncing around raiding because they think they're so cool. Let's see here. Pit of Shades. Oh, we could go double Pit of Shades. What we really need is Arcane Conduit. Because we've been running out of magic way too fast in all these battles. Like, we do not have nearly enough magic getting pulled in during these fights. gotta heal Drycha, so I'm gonna try and get her back into the settlement. I need her army back at a better level of operation. I'm just gonna leave these buildings the way it is. Yeah. Let's end the turn here. Let's see, a couple more. Told you Drycha is crap. You know, she's not crap. She's really good in multiplayer, I think, because of the cost to performance ratio that you get out of her, but when it just comes to like straight OP-ness in a campaign, which is very different than multiplayer, her faction has a lot of strengths to it, and the units that she gets have a lot of strengths to it, but she is not like crazy standout impressive. As a caster, she can't pull down as much winds of magic as, say, like a Balthasar or a Marathi or some of the others, but she's okay, right? And as a melee character, she's not near as good as, say, like a Durthu or some of the others and get into melee and really pound it out. So she is, but, I mean, she can Vanguard deploy, and she can help control missiles when we end up in that situation, though we're not in that situation at the moment. Well, look who it is. If it isn't little Mr. Raids a lot. Stuck now, aren't you? Frostman piece of crap. I'm gonna come take a big dump all over your little frost army here. Not so tough now, are we? Yeah, not so tough now, are we, Aceling, or whatever your name is. Let's see, auto-resolve sucks. I use the better auto-resolve mod. It means that you don't lose units as much and you don't have to fight a battle against every little garrison. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Probably should do that at some point. I haven't tried that mod in a long time, but if it functions in the way that it mentions, that it would be extremely helpful. Very helpful indeed.
Bonnies and Johns.
I think this will do. Alright, angry trees, get ready for a stomping. We'll swing around Hawks and go after a rear charge. Same thing with the spiders. And let's get these units grouped. I cannot Vanguard deploy Zotes. I really wish I could. Let's go, Norska. You've been raiding, you've been fighting. That's what you all talk about all the time. Hear a lot of talk. See a little action. Put your money where your mouth is. I'll be taking your money, by the way. I really want an overcast pendulum. But it might just end up being dodged. Let's, okay, I don't know what you're doing, but these attack orders sometimes. The mammoth just straightway berserk. Can I have my caster, please? Alright, Mammoth's gonna go down. Took some of their infantry with us. After that unit will have stuck. Spideys, Hawks. This caster. Get the spiders out here and get the hunters. Sit still. Busy chewing on you. Okay. The mammoth. No challenge there. We had the right units in place. Zotes are able to tear it to pieces. Alright. The disgusting frostmen are dead. That will help a great deal. We gotta earn more money, though. I think without the vampires in the south, we just need to get on the move, start heading north, and raising stuff to the ground with one army, and like I said, take the other army and go capture another forest. Because we're gonna need to gather a bunch of money in order to be able to keep this up, and the way that we can get out of that is by capturing another forest, start earning some income from it. Then the amount of money we'll need will be less or not at all. Picked up a little bit of loot off of them. Nothing fantastic, but loot is loot. Let's get back into our own territory so we can begin the replenishment process. We can earn just a hair more cash. It's only 100 per turn, though, for a pretty big... Well, it's not a great trade, but it's a trade. We need to finish replenishing, and I'm going to head... I think we're going to head to Nagenhof here, because it's probably a Skaven settlement. Just start raising settlements, because like I said, we got to start making some cash. But we'll do that on the next episode. Hope you all enjoyed this one. We got a little bit of stuff done. We finished recruiting Drycha's army. We put a beat down on the original von Karstein, well, on Manfred von Karstein. Now the other von Karsteins are here. I could go kill them, but since they're not at war with me, let's just leave them alone as a buffer on our flank. Maybe they'll fight the Empire or something like that. Could be potentially useful to us here. So useful idiots, more like. But yeah, we'll try and make something out of it. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you soon.